Hello, Pulse! Trading away, having a blast, counting profits, and oops, wiping a tear. Yep, it happens. Even the sweetest trading system can turn sour. What to do when your financial recipe isn't baking those doughy profits anymore? Smash it all and start again, or figure out the missing ingredient. And the crucial question, how much time do you even give your trading system before you throw in the towel? Tough cookie to crumble, but let's nibble away at it. Let's roll into trading. I'm gonna pop open a deal to rise. There's some juicy stuff to chew on here, so eyes on the crab, folks. Well, Nelly, we've got a canyon between those candles and a news effect in play, my friends. That's what you get when panic peddlers dump assets like hot potatoes after spotting a news item that gives them the heebie-jeebie. I would go at all the sell orders, and the next candle kicks off with a big all gap, and then the chart hits a wall called support level. Peeping at those green MACD bars, I'm sniffing out the start of a turnaround. No guarantee the price will cycle back to where it was. The fall might keep tumbling, but I am betting on a decent correction. At least half of this plummet should claw back, I reckon. Let's spectate. I've set a 2-minute expiration time for this trade because post-news, the chart's like a steered anthill, unpredictable and possibly treacherous within a 1-minute span. But while we wait, let's chew the fact on a frequent query from the comments and my Telegram channel. Oh, speaking of which, hit that subscribe button, link to Telegram in the description, free deposit boosting marathons and trade signal mates. And the burning question is, how do you know when your trading system is gonna belly up? Alright, I've got a strategy smashing. Whether you're an investor or a minute-man trader, everybody needs to move to some kind of bit. A common logic underlying all those trades. No strategy yet? Get that sorted, mates. Otherwise, it's all floundering, stress, and lost quit. But we'll navigate back to strategy talk later, folks. First, deals sealed. Forecast was on the money, but the market's a bit wobbly on the news front. Let's score for a cozier trade opportunity, shall we? Let's mosse over to the exchange pair of the Swiss franc and Japanese yen. And I've trained the expiration time down to 1 minute since the news storm seemed to have settled and the market's got its zen back. While we're watching, I'll continue this started topic. When opening a trade, know precisely when and why you will close it. In the case of binary options, your target is the expiration time on the stock market. The goal is the asset price at which you will close that position. It doesn't matter whether the strategy is yours or borrowed, you need to have an answer in advance, otherwise you will bounce in between signals and losing money. Let's take a break and open a trade for the Chris. Let's take a look at the chart. The price played the fall on the news. It grew and approached the resistance level. This is a very strong level. The collapse started from it, so don't expect an easy stroll here. So, despite all the growth signals from indicators, don't forget that the long-term trend is still descending and no volatility is unlikely to break the level right now. So, from this level, I expect a rebound, either as part of a correction or a full-fledged reversal of the chart will begin. Let's observe a little. Not much longer to wait. The trade is nearing completion. The quote price has dropped just as I predicted. Great. $360 are coming to my deposit. I will continue working with this pair for now, and while we wait for the comment for the next profitable trade within your permission, I will continue the story. We discuss strategies and how you should clearly define your goals. But at some point, even the most perfect strategy can fail and lose money. And the key question arises, is it just a tough time and you need to wait it out, or has the algorithm broken? A lot depends on the answer. Endure or run, wait it or out or make adjustment. Or tear everything down to zero and start from scratch. If the strategy is decent, most likely everything is fine with it now, but better weigh everything carefully. Think an extra month, the market isn't going anywhere. Exploring a strategy, don't be its lawyer. Be its detective and prosecutor. Imagine you're getting paid for any dirt on it or its creator. Dig in, secret shall be unveiled. If you've condemned the strategy, awesome, move on to the next one. Don't be afraid to break a strategy. You have to live with it, and you should trust it like a spouse. That means more than just an acquaintance or a colleague. Would you trust a casual acquaintance with your money? Well, you have to here. But if the choice is made, consider it like you've signed a prenup where an early divorce is punishable for you. It's about time to open a trade. A good opportunity to trade for a decrease in my opinion. By the way, big question marks for my system of indicators right now. The rate of change is nudging towards trading for a rise. MACD gives the opposite signal, but at least we can see the volatility is now below the base board. That's something. I've already drawn this resistance level for you, from which the chart went down. Then we had a correction candle. As I said, volatility is zero. So talking about growth is pointless. This is just a correction. Therefore, I expect the movement to continue downward, at least to the Calgary channel's middle line, which represents the average normal price. And so it happens, friends. The goal was accurate and it has been achieved. I suggest we keep watching this pair and wait for a new opportunity. Let's open a trade for a decrease. Here, in principle, I made a decision based on three indicator signals. Rate of change has crossed the zero mark, and we've also seen a crossover of the MACD lines, and here we've essentially stepped outside the Calgary channel, and the trade is open following the trend. Don't forget that either. The trend is still descending. Let's keep an eye on the situation and return to the main topic. If you're confident in your trading system but it malfunctions for a while, don't rush and get all ashy-headed. Reasons for a breakup should be substantial, not pitiful. I've been in the red for a week. You can be in the red for a year if there's no doubt about the strategy. But still, when does the strategy break? We'll continue this later. The trade brings another $360. I don't see opportunities in this pair for now, so let's move on to others. Let's open a trade for a decrease. We've already observed a similar picture today, but there are still differences. Let's figure them out. Focus on the chart. It's clear that the chart has reached a strong resistance level as with previous pairs. There was a fall through, not as sharply. Yes, though not as sharply. A bounce is happening now. We see this from the reversal of the rate of change line and the appearing red columns on the MACD histogram. And elementary logic suggests that there is currency pair correlation, so we're entitled to expect a decrease. So, when is it time to change the strategy? Going into the red doesn't mean much yet, but it's time to pass judgment when the strategy isn't doing what it should by definition. For example, it doesn't catch trends when they are present if it's meant to do so. The trade has closed, but let's continue for now. A strategist's verdict is given within a wide range. Each strategy has its own width. A lot depends on the time frame you're working with and of course on experience. A month of observation is a minimum. Monitor the percentage of successful trades. Ideally, it should be above 60%. Evaluate the overall profitability. This is also important. Let's say if you fluctuate between profit and loss, and for a year traded just as if you had bought an asset and it grew on its own. This is also food for thought. After all, it would have been easier to buy it and do nothing. Meanwhile, I opened the trade. Down again. In principle, the reasons are the same. The market hasn't changed, but I will explain another point, setting a goal. The next hurdle in the price path, our support level, will be here. I expect further movement towards it, and this is the goal I set. Friends, let's summarize. Making a decision to change the trading system takes time. A reminder, we're talking about a system that previously worked and generated income. How long to observe? It depends on the strategy. Sometimes it takes a year and quarterly results don't say much. But this is for long systems. If you are a high-frequency trader, you will realize its breakdown much faster. My system is still working, that's great. Another $320 in the cash box. I suggest we end the trading session on this note. Friends, I hope the topic was interesting to you, but I'll repeat everything said above concerns working trading systems that have stopped generating income. If you don't have your system yet, you should start building one. Want to know how? Fly into my Telegram channel, the link is in the description. There we actively discuss these issues. And in Telegram, a cool bonus awaits you, a 50% discount to your deposit when registering on Pocket Option. I would appreciate your likes under this video. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and keep track of my new reviews. I'm saying goodbye to you until we meet up, and goodbye to everyone!